Here's a power move to permanently end the inner conflict that you feel within yourself. You know that feeling that leaves you going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You have a goal, you start to work for it, and then you just don't feel like doing the thing. Or you end up in this battle of uncertainty, not sure what to do. You feel that familiar inner tension, that tug of war in your chest that just tightens and constricts everything down and leaves you in a place where it's difficult to actually find the motivation to take the next steps forward. You end up feeling like you just need a bit more willpower to try to force yourself there. But for most people, that just leads to more stagnation and burnout. You end up beating yourself up because you're not getting the results that you want. You feel like you're self-sabotaging, you go a couple of steps forward and then something knocks you back. This pattern is fucking exhausting, isn't it? And you've probably started to feel like there's something wrong with you, like you need to fix or heal some kind of a blockage that just keeps you from moving forward. But in reality, there's actually nothing wrong with you. You've just been conditioned by past experiences, society, and the matrix into a place where your brain literally can no longer communicate with the aspects of your consciousness necessary to move you forward. So I'm going to break this down in a really tangible and simple way that allows you to move forward. If you're new here and you haven't seen me before, my name's Aaron, and I work with conscious entrepreneurs, healers, coaches, and individuals to help them master their inner consciousness, their subconscious mind, and their energetics so they can show up and create a life that they truly love, achieving and creating the goals that they set out to with ease and speed. The blockage that you feel you're up against isn't something wrong with you. Society and the Matrix has programmed us to be disconnected from our own inner self. Throughout all of the programming we receive throughout life and social media and our upbringing and our family and school and education and all the different places that the Matrix gives us programs, we get conditioned to ignore inner communication. The part of yourself that feels the blockage, that feels stuck, that feels the uncertainty or the fear or the overwhelm or whatever it is that stops you from moving forward. And you probably feel that as a tension somewhere in your body or a lack of mental clarity in your mind. The part of yourself that is experiencing that is trying to communicate to you something very simple, but you haven't been listening. What we need to do is restore that communication so you can hear the message that this part of you is trying to say. Most likely, it would sound something like, I'm here, I want to achieve the goal, I want to arrive at the place where you've created the life that you love, but I don't know if we're going to be safe there. But because you've been conditioned not to listen to that inner voice, you've ended up in a place where you keep fighting it. And when you're fighting it, you can't hear what it's saying. So quite simply, it stops trusting you, and you end up with a trust issue within yourself. When a part of your consciousness doesn't trust you, it can't get on board and actually help you create towards your goal. When you've been fighting against it, trying to fix it, heal it, or get rid of it, you end up forcing it onto the sidelines. But the key here is that that part of yourself, it holds the power, it holds the energy, it holds all the motivation. We must develop and cultivate inner communication to reconnect with every part of yourself, the part of yourself that's stuck in the programs of the past, the part of yourself that is afraid of what comes next in the future, the part of yourself that has that uncertainty, to stop fighting against it, but instead open the door, invite it in, feel it fully, meet it with perfect love and perfect trust, and learn to communicate with it. Once you reestablish that relationship with yourself, you can get every part of yourself on board towards building the goal that you have. And when every part of you teams up towards a singular goal, that's fucking power. And this is why I work with all of my clients to expand their energetic abilities, their gifts. And we work with things like telepathic frequency communication and the 13 chakra system to bring back the original blueprint of who you were before this world told you who you had to be, to expand yourself as a communication network between every aspect of self so that your mind can communicate with your body, so that your emotions can communicate with your mind, so that your higher consciousness can communicate with all of it, so that you can align and bring every aspect of yourself into focus on the goal of creating the life that you love, or growing the business that you've set out to create, or whatever your specific goal is. And if you're still here, I know that you're ready for this level of deep integrative work, and I want you to really anchor this into your subconscious. So anchor this into your mindset and your body by typing the word communication in the comments. And then come to the training I'm doing this week for cycle breakers, where we're going to break down where these distortions get stuck in the 7 chakra system and how to reset your chakras and your nervous system to expand as a container for this level of embodied action. You can grab your seat right up here at the link in my bio or right down here, and I'll see you there on the flip side.